Hello there, it's I, just like today, and today is my birthday! Yeah, you already can tell, I have a hat. It's some party hat from TF2. Because as y'all know, TF2 is half of my personality. Well, I might discuss what I got for my birthday. So far, anyway. I'm back, I think. Alright, I'm back, I think. Hopefully, okay, there's like. Oh, wait, one more thing. Alright, first off, I'll talk about the games I got. Uh, First one I note, which I'm gonna play. I'll be playing most things except for a certain, even a certain one myself. First, Daemon X Machina Titan. Uh, Titanic Sion. Basically, if you don't know, it's Daemon X Machina was a mech shooter that was basically a spiritual successor to Armor Core. Uh, Titanic Sion is basically a sequel, but I bought the Switch 2 version because Marvelous, they're based. Not only is it a physical copy, but it even comes with a manual. A game in 2025 coming with a manual. And they even like wrote like if it's in universe and stuff, like why? Alright, next is probably my most controversial present. The Wizard game. I'm sure you all know about it. The Wizard game. But, apparently some people are trying to harass Corone again. Did people not learn their lesson after harassing a lot of people to tears? Like, seriously. Do you not remember that? In fact, I think it made it worse. Okay, I'm sorry. I think it all made it worse because of Streisand effect. I bet the people who agree with the author bought the game on purpose, despite not even being a fan of the IP. The other game, the one Switch won, is Shadow Labyrinth. If you don't know what that one is, so you guys remember Secret Level? You know that show where that's best known as that video game anthology series that got an episode based on Concord, even though everybody and their mother hates that game. Well, if you don't remember, well, the non-Concord episode anyway, there was an episode based on Pac-Man. Yeah, if you don't know what happened, basically, the whole shtick is that some guy named and a creature named Puck are trying to escape this maze with this whole thing of eat or be eaten. But Puck was secretly evil. Essentially, they turned Pac-Man into a horror game, into a horror short. And apparently, the Namco was perfectly fine with it, asking people to go do whatever. Like, imagine if they picked Galaga, like, or some other lesser-known Namco IP, like imagine if Mappy was basically a guy dealing with like a guy with a cat that committed SA or something, uh, or a serial killer cat instead of a the cartoony antics. Or Galaga, where it's basically just Dead Space. I could do this all day. And then there's the Final Fantasy VII, the Final Fantasy Collection. If you don't know, it's a collection of Final Fantasy games on a console of all the NES and the Super Nintendo Final Fantasy games on cartridge. The only downside is that there's like it'll spawn like 6 games on there, and that can kind of get annoying. Now, as for the and of course, the last of the games is Death Stranding 2 on the beach. I haven't even beaten Death Stranding 1. But hey, I'm gonna probably do more Adventures Australia with Norman Reedus and Norman Fetus. Because Kojima. As for the non-game stuff, first thing and most important one I got, a brand new Switch 2 case. Because if you don't know, the Switch 2 case from Nintendo themselves sucks! It's terrible! It can barely carry, it doesn't even have a, it can only carry 6 games, and it doesn't even have a handle! I hate it! Also, Rise Remnant are doing like a bar instance. I'm probably, by the time I end the stream, it'll probably be over. Oh well. Yeah, it's probably right now. Like, I was trying to come up with an idea for a story for like a like my roleplay version of Takumi from Fives. Okay, if you aren't aware, Kamen Rider Rider Remnant, they're a Discord, they're a VR chat group part of that, basically a mash of Ruby and Kamen Rider. Yeah, my ADHD doing that again. Yeah, it doesn't even have like a handle, so but not only is this one white, which means it'll probably be easier to see, but it carries about 12 games. I don't think even my old Switch 1 case could do that. 24. That's how many it carries. Then, a version of Cards Against Humanity called Shit List, which will work with the other Cards Against Humanity game. Cards, all shtick is that you can play it with your friend, where you write the answers with your friends and not, which means I'm definitely not going to be playing this with Fuega. Hey, it comes a little D&D, die. Not sure what this does. Oh well, I bet it'll be funny. And let me just see if it has the golden rule, because, I'm more like the brown rule. Yep, it's the same one. Because if you don't know, the winner, the person who goes first at Cards Against Humanity, is the one who pooped last. I am not kidding. And then there's like one where you basically like read stories, like Like it's a Cards Against Humanity's expansion. Like I'm definitely gonna play this in my grandparents' lake house. Bring back the Cards Against Humanity and make it funny. Like it's even got like a leather book, like a Bible. And then there's one that's like two over there, like not in my hand. Is a Magic the Gathering Foundation pack, which is a book, basically like a starter pack for Magic the Gathering, because I've been wanting to get into that lately. And finally, probably the biggest present, one I'll probably spend the most time with, Lego Optimus Prime. Yeah, you heard me right. A Lego Optimus Prime. 1,503 pieces of Optimus. Alright, but first we're not going to be playing the games yet. I'll probably get like a couple of minutes. We're going to be doing something funny. Cover your eyes if you're not a child, don't watch. We'll be playing R34. Basically, it's a game where you're trying to guess which character has more R34, or even franchise. Alright. Yeah, I can't tell. My best is 21, which is a lot. I saw Kinky Mation play this the other day, and I thought this is like a fun. I need to play this on stream, and why not use my birthday as an excuse? Cause I'm a gooner. All right, first Johnny Joestar and Ryuko. Obvious. Oh, that's. Oh, that's easy. Okay, though. I basically noticed a pattern. If it's Japanese, if it's furry, the higher chances, because furries are horny. All right, Korra. I'm sorry, Huega. Then again, you probably. How does Minecraft? That's not even like a big a popular Pokemon, but. All right, what's the hell is a Monogari? Yep, Womp Womp. Okay, Fate Lady. Why is she looking like a VTuber? Okay, Discord, barely. Sorry, bitch, if you saw that. Shago. Alright, yeah, it's Samus. Okay, Ochako, yeah, she's. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Yeah, I hate Roadhog. I hate Roadhog. I hate Roadhog. I hate Roadhog. That fucking hook of his. It always pissed me off. Back when I played Overwatch, anyway. Why the hell that wasn't his ultimate is proof that Overwatch was shit even back then. I main Soldier 76, if you already can't tell. Why else did I main Punisher in Marvel Rivals, baby? Ah, yes, Peachettes. The irony of that your crown being responsible for one of the horniest parts of the things on the internet resulted in you being forgotten about. Alright, are we sure? Because I know there's a lot of R34 for that chick. Crappy cut, yeah. What did I gotta say? The internet loves femboys. Krill will be like, not enough. Darn. Oh. Oh, come on. I've seen characters here alone that has more R34 than that. Okay. Just barely. Oh, come on! Yep, Nico Robin. Yeah, I mean, this guy's catchphrase literally is, report the ship as soon as possible. Well, bang, okay? What I gotta say, VTuber fans are horny. I'm proof. Well, you're the main character of the show. I was expecting more of it. What? Scottish and child. Also, the more innocent the character, the more the internet wants to see them getting pounded. Okay, peak autism. Yeah, I've seen some orthorhea. Okay. Apparently, this chick, from what I know, she's like a She like people like to treat her like a common writer or something. Like, I saw a webcomic where they mispronounced Fi's like it's common writer fees, and Fi's like being like, and then just singing the opening. Okay. Ah. Samus, like seriously, Samus is the majority of that. Okay, barely, barely. Okay, why is there so much Earth 4 of League of Legends? I mean, I know it's one of the most popular video games ever. Oh shit, I think I just answered myself. Foxy, yeah. Furry, hornier. How many of those are the Space Corps getting pounded in space? Hot Pants? What album is that? Ooh. Okay, yeah. How? Oh yes, Bastion. Everyone's favorite edgelord. Seriously, mommy? Okay, how did this get on here? Lucy, okay. What happened to Fairy Tail? Okay, I was expecting more from her. It's Iron Mouse. It's Sally Acorn. People love that chick for some reason. Okay, apparently I saw one character from the Sonic franchise like the other character, even though I had never seen this character from the games. Then again, I don't play Sonic very much. Millie, she canonically pegs her husband. Lolly. With an ego. Ah, yes. I was picking Mario, but then again, I think everybody just wants to see the MILF end. Not even surprised that the worst Fire Emblem got that. Ugh. Once again, Fate sucked. Engage bad. Okay, should I play Freedom Planets? Fubuki, you don't get as much as your sister, but everybody still wants to sleep with you. Ah, yes, you all say. Oh yeah, right, the trailer. Yeah, the trailer for season 2 of Hazbin Hotel came out recently. God damn it. I mean, Metroid is more sprite, but I'm not even surprised you have that much. Who are you? Okay, if you're wondering why there's so much R34, why MLP has so much of this, okay. You gotta remember, okay, how much of that is Cortana? It's Layla. I mean, come on. Layla's a badass. I don't blame people for wanting to bang her. I mean, she's like one of the only sane people at Planet Express. Okay, how could... MILF! Yes, you may be a child, but the internet's still gonna load the jelly. I really hope people are gonna take it. Yeah, so the more I played this, I realized the more characters from Overwatch. Oh, I thought they were talking. I'm sorry, Angel Dust, but you have no competition against woman. Shipping of these two. Okay, I think I've already said this before on my opinion on R34 me. I'm fine just so long as if I'm on the end that I have the bigger deck and not have me doing it with other VTubers. That's the only question, especially if I'm friends with them. Yeah, I heard I saw 14,000 of for yeah, seriously, Cinderella, your personality is kind of boring. Okay, so, hi Peter. Oh, it's just like a time I was with 34. I was banging your wife, Lois. Okay, Blaziken, his finisher in Pokken tournament. It's just I love how his Pokken tournament finisher just straight up fights his rider kick. You cannot convince me that that was not an accident. Goat mama. Okay, the only Satsuki I know you are not. Okay, so MLP, I should probably give you a brief rundown on MLP as a franchise. So, mommy, seriously, Camilla could tie me up and probably beat me like a, use me as stress relief, and I won't mind. Ah, yes, not even the internet wants, yeah. Kitty lady. Okay, so if you want a brief rundown, MLP was created by Lady Lauren Faust, who is the wife of Craig McCracken, who, if you don't know, created the Powerpuff Girls and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, and Wander Over Yonder. She was initially going to make her own toy line called Milky Way and Galaxy Girls, but that's when but then she was contacted by Hasbro and they asked her to work on a reboot of My Little Pony. And initially she was not. It was like just there, but some cartoon site, like some site called Cartoon Orbit, criticized the hub in general, saying that it was like the end of a creator-driven era of animation, and that kids, how well-known cartoon creator like Lauren Faust is working on a cartoon meant to sell toys. 4chan thought this guy was bullshit because, again, that's pretty much every cartoon in the 80s that was made in America for American audiences. Because I don't know if anyone knows this, but a lot of cartoons in the 80s were actually made animated in Japan, which means that some cartoons are technically anime. Like Muppet Babies of all shows is technically considered anime. It was done by Toei, so that technically makes it anime. Okay, I actually saw bits and pieces of like the Muppets Babies reboot, and apparently I just love that they brought back Chef. How they made him a competent cook. The only thing I kind of know about the reboot is that they brought back Statler and Waldorf, and they made them like the neighbors in the nursery, and they constantly commentate on the baby's adventures. Which, I mean, on one hand they're bullying little kids, but it's Statler and Waldorf. You know you'd pay money to do that. The only thing I know is that Sam the Eagle is there, and Sam the Eagle, being Sam the Eagle, is just when they're like, "You hear that kid? It was loud." I want Sam to be at this year's show. Chica again, starring Angel Baby. I love you. Yeah, I don't lie. Angel does play my favorite character and has been. Like the guy, he had really good character development. Like, come on, we all know. Okay, stick. Okay, question: Do people like sticks? Because if you don't know, all right, about the brony thing. So basically, people on 4chan ended up watching the show themselves, ironically, and then they were like, "Oh, hey, this is actually pretty good." Those men were never the same. And one of the characters we saw earlier, Derpy, was one of the characters that was impacted. Apparently, she was not meant. She was meant to be like in the background, like in the literal background, because a lot of the fan favorite characters are background pony. Like characters that are just background that fans immediately flesh out, give personalities to. Oh, come on, Hannah. I die or watch this, but your disappointment will be immeasurable, and your day will be ruined. See, look, there was like 100 or something for Peachette. Bowsette, ooh, this is How much is there of Cabbage Man? You know, the best character in Avatar. Okay, I just do that because I just. Okay, man. Rob. Okay, What is this haiku? That looks like a MILF. How am I not... Okay, how can people load that? Like, she doesn't even, like, have a face. Yeah, apparently that's like 14,000 per girl for Friday Night Funkin'. How many of the people that made that art end up being ousted for being pedophiles? Oh, she looks cute. Ah, yes, Gata of the Desert. Like, I think that's the character's name. Like, Dawn. And first everyone's like, but she's 10. Do not underestimate the internet. Ah, yes. Yeah, I can agree with Rainbow Dash being girl material. Yeah. Now, I'm 20. I just turned 27 today, and let me just tell you something right off my chest. I have never watched a single episode of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Yeah, how can you make porn of... I mean, yes, she's literally naked, but how can you make that hot? Yeah, when I first started getting into anime... I realized the screaming pain with this scar. All I kind of know is that that scene, like that, the music from that scene plays like when a major character dies, and ah yes, Kiriko. Kiriko was the last Overwatch character I could think of that had porn, that had like a decent amount of porn of Mario. Okay, I won't lie. Callie, I actually decided which side to fight for on the Great Splatfest War by which character had the most porn, and it was Marie. Ah, again, how's there so much of League of Legends? It's League. Who's Bebe? I never heard of her. Serena, seriously, the one poke pay girl I ship Ash with. Also, did you ever check like the Loathsome wiki? I want to know how much is there for Lana's mom. Okay, for context, Lana was a character in Pokemon Gen 7. Her And if you're wondering, yes, that is the same guy who did the art for Danganronpa. You're a lolly, therefore you're the most looted. What's in the pocket, Dolly? You know, I could do this all day. Like, seriously. I'm sorry, Callie. Sorry, my Oshi. Lolly. Both One Piece character. Seriously, yes, like the only character I know of. Can you promise this? Yeah, okay. I need to play Bleach, Rebirth of Souls. I never watched Bleach, and I don't really intend to, but The only reason I'm even interested in that game is because Takeharu Ishimoto did music for it. Yes, the guy who created the world. That guy who did the World Ends With You soundtrack. He even brought some of his 12-8 buddies with him. Like, there is one song that sounds straight out of the World Ends With You, and I'm like, they even got the same singer for it. Like the guy that's saying "Breaking Free." Okay, how does this guy have more R34 than a lot of these characters? Okay, from what little I do know, Spike is a baby dragon who acts like a sidekick to Twilight. Okay, yes, again, I don't know much about the. I know a lot of, like, behind the scenes stuff about the show, even though I've never watched the show myself. It's why I don't consider myself a brony. Bad Chris Chan. Yeah, apparently Chris really did not like Gen 5 and demanded Hasbro keep it alive. I mean, Chris, the show was never. The show was going to be dead. Like, I know Gen 5 because just like Transformers, I think they just changed generation. And apparently the Monsters High franchise is doing something similar. How? Can someone please explain me how that's sexy? Okay, I recognize you from Fazbear Friends. Mommy! Okay, I'm gonna say right now, since we're getting close to 50 Let's Plays, my 50th Let's Play is going to be. Okay, yeah. So what happened to these shows? I know Princess Power is not great. I mean, it's very contra-divisive. Oh, hey! So it's kind of fun for seeing you here. So this girl, Itsuka, we share the same birthday. I don't know much about you, but I already know you're my waifu. Even though last I checked, she's in 2B, like the second class, and to my knowledge, you don't get a lot of focus. My first legendary. Oh, come on. Midoriya, he easily gets pegged. Come on, just look at that face. That looks like a boy who's got a sore eat. Last I checked, the ending of the manga was shit. Okay, isn't like the creator that's like a lolcal or something? Like he went on quote unquote dates with his waifus, like as a unironically. You want to see more insane? He has a wife. Like you can make a whole manga out of this guy's life alone. Yes, I won't be surprised. Okay. Okay, does anyone remember this with Shigo? Like, apparently in r/place, somebody, a lot of people were able to make R34 of Shigo. Okay, well, what's your perception of Silver and of Silver nowadays and Styx? Because all I know, Styx was made for Sonic Boom. She's an original character created for that version of the franchise. Yes, I meant Sonic's arms are blue. You probably can tell Chris Chan is the reason why I don't get it. I'm not a Sonic fan, nor am I a fan of Friendship is Magic. Like, come on. I don't want to be associated with that kind of stuff, so. In fact. I'm going to say it again. Oh yeah, fun fact, I actually remember Neanders before she was a VTuber, by the way. How do you have more for R34 than her? Yes, the end user's license agreement. Saint Seiya. Yeah, you mamina. Alright, so as I said, since we're getting close to 50 Let's Plays, I'll first tell my 49th. My 49th Let's Play is going to be Miitopia. I'm probably just gonna let you guys pick the gags, the character, or like. Wow, Chris there. I'm sure you guys all know I want to make that joke, but I'm not this time because, there. Hey, Vaggie. I mean, your name is literally Vagina. Yeah, I remember, Adam named her that. Okay, I want to see the Adam from Hasbin and the Adam from Ragnarok, like, talk. Yeah, I mean, I can't. How much are you betting our... Yeah, Shy Guy. Do I need to remind you, Shy Gal? Yeah, the only thing I kind of knew about Sky Sticks is that she's based on Aika, best girl from Skies Arcadia. Oh yeah, apparently Sega said they're gonna have some secret games shown off at Tokyo Game Show. How much are you hoping that one of them is? Yeah, apparently they were. All right. How? Okay, who is this character? Aze, she is a sex symbol. Sorry, bitch. My brother. Oh, good job, bitch. Yeah, my brother's got an anime over the years, and he Ooh! Damn it! Okay, maybe like 2 more rounds. It's Star Wars. What can I say? The internet loves femboys. I mean, that's a decent amount of R34. I need to finish. Okay. Yeah, the only other thing I know is about the show's development. About my Friendship Magic's development was that Princess Celestia was supposed to be a queen, but Hasbro said no for a pretty dumb reason. Hasbro felt like kids would think queens are evil and princesses are good. Am I even surprised? I'm not even gonna question why the hell he has a boar for a head. I'm just gonna ask you guys, your clients, that. How much are those him sleeping with Leon to try and get Leon to sleep with his sister? With her, because I'm sure you guys might not know about that Chris meme. Oh god, the flames of disaster! Okay, that is too little R34 of the wife of everyone's favorite money waifu. Okay, Wonder Woman. I'm gonna say it now. Wonder Woman 2017. Peak. I mean, the sniper scene might be one of the best fight scenes to ever be put on film. And okay, I am sorry. This Goomba looks like he fucks. Dude, look at look at how much Byleth had, and look at how much Allier had. That just reinforces how shit Fates was. I mean, Engage was. And this guy, Discord. So, Discord was based on a character from Star Trek named Q. And was even voiced by the same guy who played that character. You're a lolly. Probably the one character everyone loved. And was sad when they died. It's been 3 years! What?! Chat, we're doing this longer. We are doing this longer. We are doing this longer. I'm convinced the majority of those are the Morgana for Persona. Yeah, also, didn't like the last season of this show like suck or something? It's rain and justice. How look, okay. Look at Pharah. Pharah was a character that was added to Overwatch when it first came out. And look how much this Sojourn has. I remember like, people even like once spread a rumor that that Blizzard found a way to. Okay, Celica, I like you, but you came from the Fire Emblem that wasn't a waifu bait. You're a female protagonist in an indie game. People want to. Okay, I'm surprised this character doesn't have more R34. Can someone explain who Shampoo is and why? Okay, so my writer's a remnant. So basically, I came up with a whole backstory for my portrayal of Takumi. Essentially, it goes like this. But the guy like so like I kind of like since I included characters for Wizard and Gav, part of like the roleplay sessions I did, and I decided to change it. But hey, I'm pretty sure he's cool with it. How? Princess Peach the Untold Story, please. Again, I hate you. Yeah, I think it's just proof Overwatch is dead. Ah, she probably doesn't know what sex is. And he's 10. He probably doesn't know what an airport is. Caesar! Me for Kingdom, Steve. Okay, what about Blaze? Is she popular? Okay, the only thing I know is that they're very inconsistent with her character, like her backstory. She appeared in Sonic 06, which might explain her, which might not be a good thing, but wow! Like, from what I know, in the game she came from, Sonic Rush, she was a princess from another dimension, but in Sonic 06, she was uh, the assistant to Silver in that game. Again, from what I know, Silver is actually quite cool in the comics. Okay, there's one comic story I love. Again, I could do this all day. Seriously, okay. Are we sure that's accurate? Because, I mean, look at that. Okay, granted, there is Mithra, and, well, Mithra is a mommy. I don't like Xenoblade 2 that much. Okay, I think I said before that I don't like Xenoblade 2 that much because of how fanservice it is, and keep in mind, I am a gooner. But the reason, I still think it belongs in Xenoblade, okay? And there's also just elements with the gameplay, like, I hated the fucking gotcha system. And thank God the game wasn't made by EA, or thank God it wasn't free. Because if it was, and how I just lock certain quests because if you don't have like a certain character or a certain skill. And also having some of the, and also fuck the Nopon guy who had Poppy. You guys know what I'm talking about. Meh meh meh. I swear, every time I get a third party member, I immediately bench that guy. Because I do not want to ever hear meh 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 ever again. Okay. Apparently, I know Fates was Engage was put on hold. Was like put like on a shelf for years. Apparently, it's supposed to come out around 2020, but then COVID happened. We get a good doom fisting. Okay, I think that's enough. Oh wait. Ah. Man, fuck Kingdom, Steve. Alright, let's start. Also, the next Backyard Sports game came out today. It's football, and well, I'm not big. I don't really like football that much but also the Bubsy collection came out, and just as as everybody and their mother expected, it sucks. Seriously, who asked for Bubsy to come back? Okay, one game I need to stream. I'm gonna be streaming it on yeah, let me check for a sec. Yeah, so if you're wondering why I even got into backyard baseball, it's because well, there's a Psylocke Hawk who made a series of videos where he reviewed every game in the Jackbox Party Pack. The Jackbox Party Pack. And one of the games he play. And he started up a Discords for people who want to play Jackbox with. I haven't found one of them like and you guys remember how I posted it there and how they were cool with it. I tell you, it would be cool if Psylocke did appear on this on a stream, like, cause I might try to stream that and the Trivia Murder Party 3 when it comes out on folks. Sorry if I'm a little out of breath. Be fuck Kingdom, Steve. I love her. Okay, adult ticket has like 2,000. How much are you betting? All right, I'm use the bathroom for a bit. Okay, so as I said, I kind of had an idea for a fanfic starring my idea of like a Writers of Remnant fanfic. Like trying to explain, flesh out my version of Takumi. So it goes like this. Basically, in this universe, Takumi is a faunus, a wolf faunus, and that smart brain in this universe was a weapons manufacturer. Ooh, smooth jazz. Okay, Shibuya. So are we just playing as a kid? Okay, this is like exactly what happened Pac-Man Goes Zone. Okay, first I'll finish my Takumi story. So basically, Takumi in this universe was an employee for Smart Brain, which, don't worry, Smart Brain is still evil. I'll get to that. Apparently they can use elements of Xemnas. Oh, a mech. Are they supposed to be the ghosts? I'm gonna say yes. So as I said, basically Takumi, Smart Brain was a weapons manufacturer that was known for highly expensive weapons. Weapons that would lead to their downfall. By and when they went bankrupt, their assets were bought by the Shitty Dust Company, mainly to keep their top secret plans, their top secret prototype weapon, the Rider Belt, this universe's Rider Belt, out of their hands. As for the Arknock, oh, they exist, but it's fun to keep surprises. Because I did also want to start writing a fanfic about it. So, Takumi ends up training with, Takumi, since he had an expertise in swords, don't ask. Takumi was an engineer who worked on the Fai's gear. And his gear went like this.
Where?
awake. Remix number 8. My name is the... No, call me Puck. So it's more Metroid, less Mania. So as said... The Fies Belt. But during a training session with Weiss, because he ends up being the Weiss's instructor, but Weiss ended up taking on a more graceful weapon fighting technique, while Takumi was, well, a lot of people call Takumi a street brawler, and well, he's kind of right. And Fies. However, Takumi basically Weiss's father, a reminder, hates Faunus, was infuriated that he would injure his daughter. And her father. So Takumi, apparently he didn't even know Takumi was a Faunus, because Takumi would always wear a baseball cap that had Smart Green's logo on it. Afterwards, Takumi decided that enough was enough and left Atlas to go to Vale. I know that's a lot of names, but well, I expect it's Ruby. He ends up becoming a god, getting a job as a lot of odd jobs. But then one day he was in a small town in Vale, and where he Vale when a bunch of Grim attack. Takumi, realizing that this was his chance at redemption. Yeah, I kind of decided to make Takumi kind of like an XP of... of Neku from the Worlds of View. post-character development while still... more like a hesitant hero. And he ends up becoming a... So basically he ends up putting on the armor one more time, the Vice Gear, to protect the city. Coincidentally, Peter Porter, who was a lesser-known professor at Ruby at Beacon, the guy with the mustache, and Oobleck. Oobleck was out there to get some more coffee because, well, what do you expect? It's Oobleck. Where? Oh shit! Oobleck.
Let's go. Wisely.
No, complement his skills, and of course, fire drinks coffee from his thermos that uses a flamethrower. Because Oobleck. Oobleck ends up and apparently Oobleck, like, they asked him to Beacon, where he met Ozpin, and even revealed his honest identity to him, and well, However, Takumi was 27. And most of cast of Ruby is at least 15. Or at least since Ruby is technically a high school. And alright, I forgot to mention this. Apparently there were only like a handful of prototype FiZe gears, Rider gears made in the FiZe universe by Smart Brain. So Takumi ends up being the school security. And it's also there where he ran into Weiss again and apologized for what he did a couple years ago. Dad said he didn't know what happened. And he wrote it. And also some of the other students make fun of Takumi's foe. Yes, the FiZe foe. I know. A waifu? Well, that's one thing down. Well, shit. Let's see how long. Well, shit. I could try. Alright, so as said. Pretty much everything else carries over from Ruby Volume 1 through 3. 1 and 2. Because I don't remember much else how much in 2. Or 1 for that matter. But basically, Takumi still works.
Commencing link procedure to the Garden Defense Terminal, Centurion.
The place is still falling apart. Hurry! Did you find the album?
Keep your hands off the children.
No one can survive this. Not here either.
But
You're quite the looker, if I may say so myself.
yeah, I apologize.
Of course. Turns out Centurions are you serious? Nope.
For all the skipping
We're
and cutscenes.
we
and
can't stay
kinda
here in the garden.
Yeah, so
Arsenal's outfitted with the standard equipment. Well, beggars can't be choosers. Take your pick and let's get out of here.
Initiating Arsenal boot sequence. Weapon safety mechanism confirmed. Testing data link with spine. Commencing.
Better than nothing, huh? Let's go.
But one major difference, like a minor difference, is how he very protective of his students, which basically because Takami's whole shtick is that he doesn't have a dream, but he wants to fight to protect those who do. And that's where he ran.
Damn it! I'm sorry. Go ahead and take his equipment.
Into this timeline for and that's when he ran. Basically, I don't. The only thing I kind of remember was that there was this guy who was like Hardin, I think was his name. It was kind of like a token jock that would constantly bully John and talk. Like basically, there was like a scene here like and Hiro were talking on the roof together, and he basically like blackmailed him. My version is that Takami gets onto him
Crap. They're everywhere.
and gives the guy detention. Cardin
I'll take care
detention.
of him.
Cardin was not okay with this, and basically said some stuff about Faunus and that. Essentially, my whole plan is to try and make him go through minor trauma because last I checked, I don't think we ever went through. Yeah, I did play a bit of the demo.
Over here! We're busting through! This way! We have to hurry!
Feels like this has happened before. Do you remember when our dogs went missing from the orphanage? Lop and Curl?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Right when you were supposed to be looking for the dogs.
Deja vu. You came to my rescue back then, too.
We're almost at the hangar. Come on.
So Takumi decides to be the hero. And he even does occasionally show up there. That's where Orphnock exists. Yes, the Orphnock are here. I won't go into their origins this universe, but I will say they are connected to the Faunus. Take a life, remember drive, take a life.
Hurry! They're gaining on us!
Why? The Inosoraga. yeah, basically at first he sees like a mysterious statue, and at first he thought it was just a prank done by another student, but no. It's not. Because I remember like Team Trophy kind of said they look kind of like statues, but here, and somebody intentionally uses that, and suffice to say, it catches him off guard. I'll make sure it's like a spider Orphnaut, because Kamen Rider has a weird tendency to make the first monster the weakest spider.
I'm taking too much damage.
Some for me, partner.
Move, girl. Carry on. Why? And he also ends up, like, of course, he meets up with Sun. And basically often tries like to act as like an advisor to some of the students, like even though like he's not a teacher, he's just head of security. Because again, he wants the students all again like gave him a dream, which was to again, whereas he just wants to protect the dreams of everyone here, well here he wants to protect the dream of the future of the remnants. And then of course that's where we're gonna fuck shit up with the Vital Festival.
Let's use these things and take them out. Ready?
Yeah, so originally when I was starting to come up with my idea for like how it would work, originally it was I was gonna make it like a connection with it being Kamen Rider fought with a wizard and Decade, wizard and Gab, but the head of the server kind of said not to do that, said to focus on one place at a time. So yeah, but don't worry, I found a way to work. The first was basically during the Final Festival, he lightened up security, which I think should tell you something, and basically, he basically was kind of relying on Alice's military to guard things. Yeah, my original plan was for it just
Keep tabs on your operational time limit.
carry on. Why? We have Sorana, take you will survive. Remember, drive.
Ketsu, you're finished. There's no end to them. We've got to try something else. We're screwed.
And that's when he ends up finding Leo, the guy who used Kamen Rider Saiga. Okay, originally it was supposed to be Haruto from Wizard, and he was going to run the Shoma from Gab. Like, Shoma was, I just like, basically my old original plan was like Shoma was going to eat a lot of the food at the stands at the Vital Festival and get in some trouble because he didn't have money, and him just reluctantly paying. Because I just want to see how a precious cinnamon roll of a man like Shoma.
Hurry!
Come on!
When interact with a more serious writer like
That'll give us
Flies.
a bit of a break. Where's the
And of
chief?
course, again,
And everyone
Haruto
else?
being Haruto would eat a bunch of Paleo Sugar Donuts.
I don't know. I only had a chance to look for you.
But I
How'd you get
changed
away? Faulty connection in my suit kept him from finishing the job. Good karma for all my good
Haruto to
deeds.
Leo, and the
Good deeds,
Shoma
my
role as in
ass.
like the third
You didn't do
main
anything
character of
special.
this
You're just a
was
lucky son of a
changed
bitch.
to Winter. Winter, of course, apologized for her father's bullshittery.
All right.
And then that's when Bacon gets attacked, and that's when he and Saiga were about to have a match. That's when they step on it attacking the Grim attack. So he
What now, partner?
does everything he can to stop them.
I'll take him.
Always fantasy. Wake up right now, the hero right now. Crack the code of Oh, I'm scary. Let's fight for counter. Let's play the fight.
I'm still in.
Yeah, because apparently when I was like doing the roleplay stuff on Riders of Remnant, I actually played as Haruto first, but I changed to Saiga. My old universe that they were partners. But now I'm just gonna make it so that Saiga is his partner. Oh yeah, it also said about Shoma's there. Shoma's trying to find Stomach Ink, but again, Stomach Ink doesn't exist in this universe. And of course, that's where he starts running into Cardin. And ends up even saving Cardin from a Grim attack. Oh yeah, right. Riot Troopers, they're technically Black Fang in this universe.
More. Now! Overclock output! Limit change! Piece of junk! Nerve! Stop! Nerve! Just run! Go!
Commencing catapult launch sequence.
What the? You? Let go, goddammit! Wait! Abort! I'll be right behind you after I beat this. Get
All functions normal.
Nerve! Damn it! Nerve! Hang in there.
Yeah, it took we're in space. Yeah, maybe I should talk more about the fight. Is that he ends up becoming a
Look at that! You're a
Keep your... Where am I?
My
yeah.
name's
Again, I
Toby.
apologize for this stuff. Like,
Right.
well, I expect.
This is the desert in the blue.
Blue South area.
That all? No more questions? Hurry! Forge is it?
Forge?
Well, I
Please,
guess I can
we
end stream
gotta
here, but
hurry.
in the end, Bacon is still destroyed, and he ends up witnessing Weiss's Piero's death. And well, he ends up being interested, and he and Saiga. Well, oh yeah, by the way, the guy, he ends up finding other riders, other Orphnok, and even other rider gears. But yeah, the reason, I guess I can think about it, like, the reason why he wasn't able to make it save Pyrrha was because he was busy fighting off an Orphnok. Apparently, the guy who uses the Delta Belt is a panther-themed Faunus, but everyone thinks he looks like a puma. No, I am not just making a random Red vs. Blue reference. The show itself already made that exact reference to Red vs. Blue. Like, Mercury and the Emerald, they all start talking about some guy they thought looked like a puma. Alright, well, happy birthday to me. Like, subscribe, see ya. Jaden, out!